it's a scintillating performance from beholder today.
And it's all Songbird clear by 7 lengths, putting on a show for the Santa Anita fans, and this is a privilege to watch. Venetian Harbor is all by herself as Venetian Harbor completely dominates in the Las Virgenes.
Three-year-old fillies take the stage here in race number 3. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Grade 3 Las Virgenes Stakes here at a mile, and currently a 1-5 favorite in Moonlight Doro. I like Moonlight Doro, but I'm trying to beat.
I like her too. You know, you have to love the fact that she beat Moraz handily, and Moraz came back to break her maiden last time out by open length. She was ultra impressive in that effort. So I think that everyone's just looking and saying, she seems to be the best in the field. But, you know, you also have a horse like Calypso, who is grade 1 placed. Oh, you do? She's your top pick then?
I do. I got a 2-3.
Okay, I like it, Pete. Taking a stand there against the favorite.
We'll see. I mean, if we're right, we're right. We're wrong, we're wrong. I mean, Calypso, to me, I liked what I saw last time out. I was a little hesitant, obviously, in that Starlet. I never like to be 2.5 in front and then get caught. But again, you got to consider where it was. Los Al, thoroughbred track, a long, long stretch.
I'll give you 2 things. First of all, it was her first time routing. Second of all, when they turned for home, she was just kind of cruising along there, and she got to the front. I don't think she knew what to do. It wasn't a situation where I think she got particularly leg weary. I think it was a greenness factor. She wasn't expected to be in the front right then, and she was like, huh, this is different.
How was that again?
Huh, this is different.
I like that. Horses are coming out onto the track. We'll take a closer look at the field after the post parade. 11 minutes to post. Race number 3. And once again, as a reminder, the Rainbow Pick 6, a mandatory payout, could be in excess of $5 million in the pool. That'll come up in race number 5. Tom Quigley will be joining me on set. Horses coming out on the track for the Las Virgenes Stakes.
On the track for the Grade 3 Las Virgenes Stakes, where there are no changes. 9 minutes. Here's the field for the Las Virgenes. Number 1 is Miraz, owned by Don Alberto Stable, trained by Michael McCarthy with Umberto Rispoli. 2, Calypso, is owned by David Burnson LLC, Rockingham Ranch in Littlefield. Bob Baffert trains, Joel Rosario rides. 3, Moonlight Doro, is owned by My Racehorse and Spendthrift Farm. Richard Mandela, the conditioner. Flavien Prat, the jockey. 4, Honor America, is owned by Ruiz Racing, trained by Shelby Ruiz with Juan Hernandez. And 5, Brilliant Cut, owned by ERJ Racing, Kenny Strauss et al. Doug O'Neill trains, Ricky Gonzalez rides. 7 minutes.
We're training Michael McCarthy to talk Miraz. Michael, what was the difference between her in her first start and her second start mentally?
I think shipping to run kind of got her a little frazzled that day at Los Alamitos. She's been just an absolute gem here in the paddock every time we've schooled her. She's quiet in there today. The configuration of that racetrack at Los Alamitos might have had something to do with it too, but she was beaten by a very good filly that day. I didn't have a whole lot of excuses, so that's the only thing I can hang my hat on.
How do you turn the tables on Moonlight D'Oro today?
I run my same race right back as when she broke her maiden. I think that's good enough to get it done here.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks to Zoe Cabin. A great interview there. And again, just to point it out with trainer Michael McCarthy, I appreciate when a horseman comes right out, doesn't mince words, and says, this is what happened. This is what I need to do.
How about, I think that maiden win's good enough to get it done today. That is ultra confident from Mike. And I like the warm up, by the way, Pete. Sorry. Rispoli had turned her loose from the pony and was giving her a nice solo warm up, which I think is important from her, breaking from the rail today. She's never been in this particular scenario and she doesn't have a lot of gas, and Calypso right to her outside does. And you don't want Calypso to get the jump on you, clear over, and either stick you in some dirt or, make you boxed up. So I think that she's going to have to just, I don't want her on the lead, obviously, but if you can break and you can force Calypso to have to go extra fast and then go around you, that's a good thing.
If I had to guess, I would say Calypso makes the lead, but I think Honor America is going to be right up there. It just depends on what Shelby Ruiz decides she wants to do. Does she want to go head and head with this horse, or does she want to get off the flank? If that happens, Miraz, to me, is in a really good spot. It's going to probably be sitting there. The only problem is we'll have Moonlight Doro probably sitting right on the outside.
I do say, I think on my notes here, Pete, I think that the trip horse for sure is Miraz. I think she gets the best trip in here. Brilliant Cut does have a lot of racing under her belt for Doug O'Neill. She's your longest shot on the board right now, taking the blinkers off. She tried Stakes Company last time out. She ran in the Santa Ynez. She finished third to Calypso, so at least she has some credentials to lean on. I mean, several of these are first time versus winners. Brilliant Cut, despite breaking a maiden for 50, was able to, split the field in that Santa Ynez. We'll just have to see if she wants to route. Pedigree wise, I'm not too thrilled about her trying to route, being by a sprinter out of a mare who's by a sprinter, but hey, why not?
Yeah, I mean, the factor has thrown some milers. So for me, at least, I think. So I think it is possible there. Again, it's Doug O'Neill, man. Doug O'Neill, he doesn't just say, oh, I'm going to claim for 50. Let's go run in the big cap. He just says, if he claims with the idea of, if we can get the horse, this is what we want to do with him.
Right.
And you got to at least try. And like you pointed out, horse was not embarrassed at all to the likes of these horses, but that is the question, whether or not this horse is going to want to compete against this level of horse. We'll find out today. We're talking about the 4-horse Honor America in front of us right there in the colors of Ruiz Racing, this 3-year-old son of Into Mischief. We showed some guts to get the maiden breaker last time out on January 10th.
Yeah, she went gate to wire that day and was able to hold off Donabella, who unfortunately did not run well yesterday. But the third place finisher in that race, Lady Mystify, did break her maiden yesterday by, 25 lengths or
Something
so.
like that.
I mean, she almost ran them down the stretch. She was
under a hole.
Yeah, it was. So she ran huge. It was a big improvement for her as she tried routing. So if Honor America can stretch out successfully as well, then that's a very flattering form line to have.
There is the aforementioned Miraz for the Don Alberto stables and Michael McCarthy, 11 linked winner on January 8th. just a tad under a month. So timing could be more perfect.
Timing couldn't be more perfect from a physical standpoint. I thought she looked tremendous when she walked over here. But speaking of tremendous, Pete, the three, Moonlight Dioro, when she walked over like a racehorse. She had her neck bowed, her muscles were bulging, she had her ears pricked forward, like she knew exactly what she was going to do. She knew what her job was supposed to be, and she looked primed and ready. We haven't seen her at the races since December of last year, but there was no doubt in my mind that this filly knew exactly what was ahead for her and that she was looking forward to it.
I'm going to say the longer the better for this one. If you look at the Bernardini on the mom side, Medaglia d'Oro, the El Prado, to me, I think whatever this horse wants to do, I'm sure at some point they might even want to try the turf with this one.
Maybe way after the Kentucky Oaks.
Could be. Could be. 2 minutes to post for race number 3, Super High Five carryover at $2,046. As a reminder, the Rainbow Pick 6 coming up in race number 5 and sitting at somewhere in the neighborhood of $5 million, could be in excess in the total pool. Millie Ball standing by for the grade 3 Las Virgenes. It's tough to ask a question like who looks the best because they all look great.
They do, Pete. Moraz galloped by me and looked fantastic. She's already had 2 routes under her belt, so I think she has the advantage with regards to fitness. She is a bit of an unconventional mover when you watch her coming down the stretch to break her maiden, but she gets the job done, and that's the important thing. Calypso for Bob Baffert. I mean, she's the class in the field. When she won the Santa Ynez, she won with her ears pricked forward. She'd already run at 1 1/16. I don't think it was the distance that got her beat. I think it was Varda that got her beat. So I'm not concerned about her stretching back out to 1 mile, and she looked very sharp as well. I think the other main contender in here besides Calypso and Moraz is Moonlight Dioro. She, as Michelle made point to, absolutely loved going the 2 turns last time out. She's come back and trained very well. She's a typical Richard Mandela, turned out beautifully for this event. I think those are the 3 main ones, and I would put Calypso on top with Moonlight Dioro underneath. I think Moraz will run another very top race as well. Question a little bit for me with Brilliant Cut going the 2 turns. I think the blinkers off is an indication they're going to try and do everything they can to get her to get the 2 turns. And Honor America stamina based drill on the 31st of January. Again, an indication that they're trying to do everything to help her out to go the 2 turns. They are at the gate for the Las Virgenes, the grade 3, 3-year-old fillies taking center stage right now.
It's post time. They're moving into line for the Las Virgenes. Moraz will be the first one. Calypso coming forward. Moonlight Dioro. Honor America. And Brilliant Cut. They're in the gate. And they're off. Calypso flies out of the gate. Moraz has some speed at the rail. Honor America hustled up. And those 3 will vie for it in the opening quarter mile. Brilliant Cut is next, and Moonlight Dioro is content to trail them early. Calypso the leader by a length. Honor America and Moraz right together, 2nd and 3rd, with Brilliant Cut 4th, 2.5 or 3 lengths off the lead. Moonlight Dioro tucks in at the rail. 4 lengths front to back, 6 furlongs to go in the Las Virgenes. And it's Joel Rosario and Calypso in control early by 1.5 lengths. Honor America 2nd. Moraz orange colors at the rail, joined 3 wide by Brilliant Cut, and another 2 to Moonlight Dioro. Past the 5/8 they go, and it's Calypso cruising along. Maintains a 1-length lead on Honor America with Moraz at the rail. Still Brilliant Cut outside of that pair, and another length back to Moonlight Dioro. No change since the gate opened. Calypso is the boss, 3 furlongs from the money. Lets it out a notch, opens up 2. Brilliant Cut on the outside takes 2nd. Moraz, Honor America is losing just a bit of ground. And now Moonlight Doro starts to come in. Moonlight Doro, white cap, making a sudden move on the outside after Calypso. Calypso joined by Moonlight Doro as the field turns for home. Mraz is down on the inside, but it's all Moonlight Doro with serious momentum at the 8th pole. Hand-ridden, takes the better hand over Calypso. 2.5 more back to Mraz. Moonlight Doro striding clear past the 16th pole, and she'll win the Las Virgenes easily. Calypso a game second. Then it was Mraz and Brilliant Cut. Three Moonlight Doro was first, 2 Calypso second, 1 Mraz third, 5 Brilliant Cut was fourth. Running time 1:38.01 seconds. Heading toward the run-happy winner's circle, number 3, Moonlight Doro, a 3-year-old bay filly by Medaglia Doro out of Venetian Sonata, owned by My Racehorse and Spendthrift Farm, trained by Richard Mandela and ridden by Flavienne Pratt. Moonlight Doro was bred in Kentucky by Stonehaven Steadings. Running time 1:38.01. The Grade 2 San Marcos is coming up next in 28 minutes.
It was Moonlight Doro in the Grade 3 Las Virgenes, owned in part by My Racehorse and Spendthrift Farm. I am with Scott and Joe of My Racehorse. What a year you guys are coming off of, and it looks like 2021 is starting off the same way. But Joe, coming into today, what were the expectations with her? Obviously, the public had high ones.
Yeah, you know, she's a filly that we've always been high on from the beginning. She had some rough trips her first 2 go-rounds at Del Mar, And once she got the 2-turn distance, she just picked up the pieces. And trainer Richard Mandel has just done a phenomenal job with her, and it showed today.
That he has. Scott, you said you've been with My Racehorse since the beginning. You have had the thrill of a lifetime last year with Authentic. How special is it to now have a horse on the Kentucky Oaks Trail?
It's phenomenal. It's been an absolutely incredible year. And then to have a great horse back in the stable like Moonlight Dioro, she's doing so well. Even in the beginning, we were following her last year. We knew we had a great talent there and so excited about the future for her.
For you, what is it that you love most about horse racing and be a part of the sport?
Oh, it's such a great sport. Of course, we all love the horses, but the people you meet in the industry is just so much fun. And to share it with so many people is just such a phenomenal time. I can't tell you how exciting it is.
Congratulations to all of you. A very small fraction of the ownership group down here with me for Moonlight Dioro, Grade 3 Las Virgenes.